Hello. Hi. Hello. I don't know how much have you waited for me, but I have waited for Sunday so much. It's finally Sunday, but still I do not get to sleep anymore on Sundays as well because I decided to create a YouTube channel and now I have a full-time job and a part-time job and zero sleep and fresh shoes. It's tasting bitter. Maybe because of the orange peel. थोड़ा सा आ गया होगा इसमें. So recently I asked you to ask me for a home tour video क्योंकि मेरा घर साफ हो जाएगा and guess what, मेरा घर साफ हो गया. What is happening here? Layering कहते हैं इसे. So before I talk about what my therapist told me, let's see my home. Because it's okay, so I'll have to switch camera, wait. This is the beautiful window and I have a lot of caps to put but I don't have much space, so this is my caps and glasses and art and more art and more art and my bed. Oh my god, this looks so beautiful. I just love putting colors everywhere. Then my mirror, just because I've cleaned my whole house, I cleaned my Crocs too and I'm going nowhere without my Crocs and my socks. Okay, I've not cleaned the bathroom yet, but it's my shoe rack and ta-da, गरीब की एक पहचान ये भी होती है, बाथटब होते हुए भी नहाता बाल्टी नहीं है. Okay, let's get this closed. This room is not mine, but my room is mostly blue and this room is pink. Pink. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Then we can just walk by there and we reach the kitchen, which I doubt I have cleaned very much, but yeah. This is where I made my orange and watermelon juice. And yes, I'm making dosa. We have 3 bathrooms. One I already showed you, the other 2 are like similar. So कपड़ों का पहाड़. I'm too real bro. ये सब मैं नहीं करूँगी, विशाल करेगा. I've cleaned enough. भगवान जी. And mine, guys. This is the balcony. We don't sit here because it's too hot. We cannot afford to sit here. Yeah, this is the view. These are the clothes. This is the plant. I don't know when I last watered. जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं. चलो पानी डाल ही दूंगी बाद में. याद रहा तो. 4 मिनट की वीडियो में 4 बार अपना जूस गिरा चुकी हूँ मैं. Yeah. So talking about mental health, talking about depression, talking about what my therapist said. Okay. I'm sure I don't need to tell you why I was going for therapy. So at some point, not too long ago, let's say 4 months ago, I felt that life is life is meaningless, and nothing nothing made me think otherwise, because I had a counter argument for anything you say. Like, I argued with my therapist and I won, because he was like, yes, you're right. I would argue like, oh, I slowed down, if you can notice. So what I think is, I have lived a difficult life. I'm living a great life now. But the question that remains is, okay, what now? When I was going through all that, the only motivation I had was, oh, I have to make my life better. I have to make my life better. But now that I have better life, I'm like, okay, what's next? See, trauma affects people in many different ways. You cannot just say, oh, now you're living a good life, now you must be so happy, now you, why are you affected by the things that happened way before? But no, that it does not work that way. So the same was with me, that okay, now even if I'm living a good life, the best life I can, what now? What's next? Just that I work 6 days a week, then I get a holiday, then I sit at home, do what I like, and I repeat that for years after years. So what's the point we are making? In the end, I will eventually die. So what's the point of doing all this labor? Just why must I do it? This was my question. And I argued a lot with my therapist over this. And he was like, it's not just you, it's everybody. I also think like that, oh, I have to treat people every day, and then go to my clinic, and then come back and sleep and eat dinner and sleep, and then repeat that again. So what am I getting from this? And why should I keep continuing this cycle? And he shared some personal stories of himself, and yeah, that. But I was not convinced, because give me the answer. What's the point of doing all this labor, day after day, week after week, month after month? Then he was like, if everybody starts thinking like this, the world will not exist. And then again, I was like, so why do I care if the world exists or not? But then he was like, every living being has to complete its life cycle, because a lot of things come in between, the goods, the bads, the ups, the downs, and that is life. If you question life, that will not give you any answer. That does not have any answer. This is life. You just enjoy it or cry about it, but you still will have to go through it. And I'm sure you have a great company now. You have a great person by your side, a loving person by your side. You have a nice home, nice everything. So why not try to enjoy it? And that did not convince me at that time at all, because I was very resistant. Like, give me the answer. I don't need to hear any bullshit. And this is when he said कि देखो, don't mind, but नरेंद्र मोदी से चूतिया आदमी मैंने नहीं देखा है. But it's all about trusting yourself. उसको नहीं पता कि वो क्या कर रहा है, क्या नहीं कर रहा है. अगर वो इस तरह सोचने लगे, वो भी सोच सकता है, but he does not, because he has a life to live and he is living it on his terms. तो अगर वो भी exist कर सकता है तो of course you too can. So he just when he said that I was like, oh, political view matching हो गई. और खैर political view matching तो क्या, this is the offend नहीं होना. To him I shared many other things of whatever I was suffering from. Okay, another thing that was happening with me at that time was I would get seizures. Like I forgot what's it called. It's like when you get hiccups, you are constantly like. But my seizures was like whenever my body is at rest. Let's say right now I'm talking, so it won't happen. But as soon as I go on rest, like my body's on rest, जैसे कि if I'm on my bed trying to sleep, my whole body will shake in reps, in repetitions. Like it was so extreme. I don't want to do that and show it, but my whole body, let's say this is my body, so it will be like this, it will be like this, and it felt like I was popping. It was like a wave going through, like my shoulders, from my shoulders to my lower body, it used to go like that, and it did not stop because it was my trauma response. Because whenever I was at rest, my mind was thinking of all those things. My mind was stopping my mind from thinking what happened in the past. And because it was so difficult for my mind and body, my body was responding in a certain way, and the seizures was that way. So that used to happen every night, and then later it used to happen in day also. Let's say I'm sitting, I'm doing nothing, my body is at rest, and I would just pop out of nowhere. Yeah. And I was so tired of it because I could not sleep all night, and every morning I woke up with severe pain in my back, in my shoulders, in my core, because my core was so much engaged in this, because my whole body was like shaking constantly. So yeah, then I shared that and everything, and after a good long discussion, and of course the example of Shri PM Narendra Modi, I was like, okay, maybe I can try once. And the meds he gave me, which I started taking, so one was for morning, and it was just an antidepressant, or giving you a feeling of happiness, you feel cheerful throughout the day. But I did not feel that because I was diagnosed with severe depression, and so the morning pill was definitely not working very good for me. But the night pill, it was for sleep. It was very effective. As soon as I took that pill, I would just doze off. Yeah, no more shaking. Sometimes only. So this one day, it was daytime. As I said, that the morning pill was not effective. The morning pill was not working for me very well. Yeah, so I took the morning pill, and I was still shaking. I was still having bad thoughts. I was in a bad trip that day, and I was again like, oh man, I just don't want to keep taking these medicines, and the same cycle, the repetition of the same cycle. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just done. And the thought was not going. I thought maybe I should just take a sleep pill, the night pill, and go to sleep, because I cannot bear this. So I took one pill. I was kind of angry too. I took one pill and I was trying to sleep. I could not sleep. Then I took another pill, and in anger, which I should not have, I took another pill, and my head started buzzing. Everything was revolving around me. My bed, I felt my whole bed is shaking, and it felt like I had drank something. Yes, and I had a severe pain in my eyes. That pain was like my eye muscles went so numb. It felt like somebody's forcefully closing my eyelids, but I was still struggling to sleep. My body was relaxed. It felt like I have worked for 10 days straight without any rest. It felt like that, but still I was not able to sleep. In about 1.5 hours, I slept, and then in about 2 hours, I 2 or 3 hours, I woke up again and I saw my face in the mirror, and my eyes, I could not open my eyes because my eyelid muscles went numb, and I could not open my eyes. Both of my eyes were swollen, like बहुत ज़्यादा they were swollen, and I could not keep my eyes open, and I was constantly yawning. I was like, and then again, and then again, and then again, and I could not keep my head straight because my body was still in the state of sleep. And this continued for the next 24 hours. Oh my god, it was terrible. And I did not take a lot of pills. It was just 2 pills. And this was the day I thought, man, I cannot keep taking these pills, because either I'll be very much उसको क्या बोलते हैं, addictive नहीं, addictive के yeah, either I'll become dependent on these pills or addicted with these pills. And I would, because the whole day I would just wait for it to be night time so that I can just take the pill and again go to bed. So the consultation, the therapy my therapist, my psychiatrist did, like gave me, the consultation he gave me, good. But the pills, but they gave me a feeling of dehydration. Everything that happens when you drink, okay, like dehydration, dizziness sometimes, and also nausea, I don't know, nausea, yeah, ulti jaisa. So that was happening, and that was the day I thought I should stop taking these pills. The shaking still continues sometimes, like, but it's just like 4 to 6 times, and then I just go to sleep. But earlier it used to happen all night long, like for shaking for continuously 12 hours. Can you imagine that? And I used to feel so hungry after that, because of course all of my energy is going into popping. I was constantly, oh god, it's so terrible to think of. So yeah, trust yourself. Life does get better. And yeah, for good there is a definition, but there's no definition of better. You decide what becomes better for you. And of course, trust yourself, because everybody's life is meaningless if you think, and at the same time it has meaning if you think. So it's all about believing what you want. It's all about manifesting. And I still do have that question, but okay, I enjoy my life. I love it now. I love to spend time with Vishal. I love everything. I love my room a lot. Yeah, I love my job. I love creating this video. So it still feels repetitive. It still feels monotonous, but the things you add make your life different and make your life livable. So that's all for today's video. Bye bye bye. बहुत ज़्यादा tensed हो गया है माहौल. So follow me on Instagram for daily fit checks. आज का fit check मैं यहीं दे देती हूँ. Yeah, so Follow me on Instagram for daily pictures and follow me on YouTube for weekly back cracks. Here's the back crack. Okay guys, bye.